Total Access.
Access Hollywood.
Weeknights at 7 on ABC6.
Right now at 6, it's been 1 year since the October 7th attacks on Israel and the war against Hamas. We'll break down how communities in our area are marking the date. Plus, state and local leaders will be cutting the ribbon on a school that's already been open for a month now. We'll explain. And all morning long, we have the latest on Hurricane Milton, set to hit Florida not even 2 weeks after Helene. These stories and much more as Good Morning Providence starts right now.
This is Southern New England's trusted news source, Good Morning Providence.
Well, good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Caitlin Gelhaus. It's Monday, October 7th. Cara Bailey has the morning off today. And we're going to get a check-in with ABC6 Storm Tracker meteorologist Ceci Del Carmen. She's here with your first forecast, 6 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. Ceci, bring us some good news, would you please?
You know what? It's always good news. Hey, we're here, we're up, and we are with you this morning, my dear Caitlin. Welcome to the morning show, and also happy Monday morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. 58 is that temperature at the moment. A little bit of cloud cover out there, but don't be fooled. We're going to be dealing with some rain pushing on through the area, moderate at times. These temperatures in the mid to upper 50s already, seeing 60 in Newport. Gray skies out there, and those showers moving in from the west. Heading out the door at 7 o'clock this morning. In the city, 58 by 2 o'clock. Potential for showers in the low 60s. It'll be a cool, raw afternoon. So just keep that in mind. And that is in Providence. What about your commute forecast? Well, this morning, gray skies. It won't be until about 7, 8 o'clock this morning that we'll be seeing more of a presence. And by the evening, conditions improving considerably. So it's that chunk of mid to late morning that we'll be seeing more of a presence of this unsettled weather across the area. And the temperatures climbing to not that far off from seasonable overnight tonight. Those temperatures will be on the chilly side. Look at that, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning in the upper 40s. That's going to be some chilly air in place. Caitlin?
Yeah, we'll have to get those jackets out for sure. And speaking of those roads, we're going to take a look out there right now with our sky cam over Thurbers Avenue. It is 6:02 on this Monday morning. You can see people are making their way out there. No backups at the moment, but you can see significantly more cars out there now that we're well into the morning show. And we'll get a check on our drive times as well. You can see there 114 northbound White Church to 195, 9 minutes okay there. 95, that's Route 4 to Thurbers Ave, and Route 1 northbound Kingstown Road to Route 4, the split, also okay. Green and clean there. Nothing to report on right now. So no news is good news, right? Well, this morning in West Warwick, the intersection of Tioga Avenue, New London Turnpike, all the way to the intersection of Main Street and East Greenwich Avenue will be milled and repaved. That work starts at 7 o'clock this morning, so keep that in mind also as you're making your way out there in your morning commute. And it will end by 3 o'clock this afternoon before resuming again tomorrow morning. Police will be there to help direct traffic around that construction area. And breaking overnight, Woonsocket first responders are investigating a scene at a house on Sunset Avenue. Our ABC6 news crews were on that scene around 2 o'clock this morning, along with Woonsocket police. Fire damage could also be seen along parts of the home, as you're seeing there on your screen right now. We've reached out to the Woonsocket Fire Department to learn more. And when we do, of course, we'll update you on all of our news platforms. We're learning more this morning about a house fire in Warren. Warren firefighters tell ABC6 an off-duty East Providence police officer and firefighter who lived nearby sprung into action to save the residents that were trapped inside. The fire broke out around 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon on South Cutler Street. Officials say it was a kitchen fire located in the basement of this home, and the flames trapped the residents inside. Officer R. Feeney and Lieutenant Freitas got into the home's basement and helped everyone escape safely. They were also able to contain that kitchen fire with the sink faucet. The cause of that fire remains under investigation. In New Bedford, fire officials now believe the cause of a weekend fire was accidental. The fire left one resident hospitalized and without a home. Now, that fire broke out around 10 o'clock Sunday morning at a house on Ludlow Street. Firefighters say the home's garage was engulfed in flames, but the one man who lived there was able to make it out safely. He was taken to St. Luke's. He's expected to be okay. Right now, Cranston police continue to search for a suspect after a boy was stabbed. It happened around 7 Saturday night on Pleasant Street. When officers arrived, they say they found the boy with a stab wound to his torso. He was then taken to Hasbro Children's Hospital and is expected to be okay. No arrests have been made at this time. Today, the man arrested in Pawtucket after he allegedly kidnapped his son from a daycare is expected in court. Nathan Dorosario faces multiple charges after allegedly removing his 18-month-old son from a daycare in Canton before crossing state lines. Now, the child and the child's mother have a restraining order against Dorosario. It's not clear how the father was able to get the boy from the daycare. Pawtucket police did add that Dorosario is being held on a fugitive from justice charge. He'll appear in 6th District Court later today. Dorosario is expected to be extradited to Massachusetts to face kidnapping charges. Today, the man accused of murder in New Bedford is expected in court. It happened last week after a 51-year-old man was stabbed and killed Thursday night on Acushnet Avenue. He was pronounced dead at St. Luke's Hospital. 32-year-old Angel Avellino from Lynn, Massachusetts, is now charged with murder. He's expected to be arraigned this morning at New Bedford District Court. Now, today marks exactly 1 year since the brutal Hamas terror attack that shocked the world. Dozens of Israeli hostages remain in captivity. Tens of thousands of Palestinians are dead. Gaza is in ruins and missiles are still raining down. ABC's Ines de la Coutara has more from Tel Aviv.
This morning, somber ceremonies in Israel marking 1 year since Hamas launched a surprise cross-border attack, killing more than 1,200 people. Family and friends of victims gathered at the site of the Nova Music Festival, where more than 300 people were killed, holding a moment of silence at 6:59 this morning, the exact moment Hamas launched the attack.
Their pictures are all throughout this field, and you can see right now it's also covered with their family members who have made a pilgrimage.
Hamas took about 250 people hostage. About 100 remain missing, a third of whom are believed to be dead.
I never believed it would take so long.
The family of Nama Levy, who turned 20 while in captivity, says it's been several months since they heard about her condition or whereabouts.
There were hostages that saw her and met her for a short period of time. It's unbelievable. They told us about her then. They told us about her being injured from a grenade.
The October 7th attack igniting the war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza, which rages on. Yesterday, Israeli tanks rumbled into northern Gaza for the third time since the war began, reportedly killing 45 people. Airstrikes hitting a mosque and a school in a designated safe zone. The Israeli military says it targeted Hamas command posts. Israel also intensifying airstrikes in southern Lebanon, targeting leaders of the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah. A senior U.S. official says Israel is now considering targeting Iranian military bases and oil infrastructure. But as Israelis look back on this October 7th, the trauma of that day is still raw. This man was the first resident of a kibbutz to return since the attack, his front door still covered by Hamas bullets. Another family we spoke to still waits for their loved one taken hostage to come home.
Every day I wake up and I say, Tal is alive, Tal is coming back. I will see him hugging his family. I imagine him hugging his children.
And people here are heartbroken. They are also on edge, waiting to see how Israel responds to Iran. And they are tired. We are now a year later, and the IDF is engaged with Hamas in Gaza, with Hezbollah in Lebanon, with Iran, of course, with the Houthis in Yemen. And there are real fears we could be on the brink of an all-out regional war. Ines de la Coutara, ABC News, Tel Aviv.
Community members here in the Ocean State are also set to commemorate October 7th. Good morning, Providence reporter Josh Kerman joins us live now from the Jewish Alliance with a look at their memorial. Josh.
Caitlin, communities here in Rhode Island are looking back on a year of conflict and protest since those October 7th attacks and the war in Gaza. The Jewish community here in Providence set to hold an event tonight allowing people to grieve and remember those who have been lost and those still missing from those attacks. Now, the Jewish Alliance of Greater Rhode Island will hold its memorial event at 7 p.m. tonight at the Dwyer's Jewish Community Center here on Elm Grove Avenue. This comes just days after another protest held at the Rhode Island State House in support of Palestine and Lebanon, as organizations report nearly 43,000 deaths in Palestine since the conflict began. Hundreds gathering for that protest this weekend.
This is not just something that ends today or tomorrow, but that it will be a lifelong commitment to actually be a part of a liberation struggle, not just for Palestine, but for oppressed people everywhere.
Again, the Jewish Alliance will hold its event marking 1 year since those October 7th attacks in Israel this evening. That'll be held here at the Dwyer's Jewish Community Center around 7 p.m. tonight, and that event is open to the public. In Providence, Josh Kerman, ABC 6 News.
All right, Josh, thank you so much for that report. Still to come on Good Morning Providence, we could know more about CVS's plan on laying off thousands of workers. The latest on that worry next. And 6 prisoners are in a hospital this morning after the van they were transported in crashed. What we know so far coming up. And Ceci.
You know, our temperatures may be doing a little bit of crashing as we head into Wednesday night and Thursday night, but in the meantime, it's cool out there. Get that umbrella ready, and the kiddos, especially at around 2 o'clock this afternoon, we could be dealing with some rain, but abundant sunshine in the forecast. Those details ahead. Caitlin?
Thank you, Ceci. You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC 6 News. We'll be right back.
Isn't that our cleaning lady? Not today. You know how when you're living your life, and then all of a sudden you're out there helping cops solve crimes?
We're really doing this, huh?
We're doing it.
When it comes to fire safety, don't take chances. Trust the experts at Alert Fire Protection, Inc. With over 20 years of experience, we provide fast, reliable fire safety solutions across Rhode Island and Massachusetts. From extinguishers to alarm systems and sprinklers, we ensure your property is protected and compliant. Your safety can't wait. Contact Alert Fire Protection now. Secure your peace of mind before it's too late. Call us today.
Welcome to the Pool Source, where we can help turn your backyard dreams into a reality. The Pool Source has many different items and services to offer, including a full retail store with free water testing, above ground and semi-in-ground pool packages, as well as Finleo saunas and PDC spas and swim spas. The Pool Source has been building in-ground pools and backyards for 28 years. Our showroom is located at 40 Freeway Drive in Cranston, Rhode Island. Stop in to speak with a sales associate today.
Celebrate with big savings on top-rated pieces during Raymore and Flanagan's anniversary sale. Save $1,200 on the Wilkinson sectional. Save $700 on the Magnolia Park bedroom set. And save $600 on the Ashford dining set. Plus, enjoy discounts on 5-star sofas, recliners, and more. Shop top-rated mattress brands in stock and ready for free next-day delivery. Or take advantage of financing and pay no interest for 72 months. Celebrate and save big at Raymore and Flanagan's anniversary sale.
I'm a veteran and I served in the U.S. Army. Sheldon Whitehouse works tirelessly for veterans. I was having problems with my VA benefits. You just don't know what's going to happen. It's just... So finally I called Sheldon's office. They said they could help me if they could, and lo and behold, got a deposit in my checking account. It makes me feel good that I have someone in Washington that'll speak for me. Sheldon Whitehouse, good, decent man, and Rhode Island's lucky to have him.
I'm Sheldon Whitehouse, and I approve this message.
If something doesn't feel right to you, call Attorney O'Due, a new face to the law. You've got questions, he's got answers. Injured? Don't let it linger. Bad employer? Contact your lawyer. Every case our firm handles starts with a free consultation, so call today.
ABC 6 weather brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
Well, the Gulf Coast is churning its second hurricane in as many weeks. Hurricane Milton is rapidly intensifying as it makes its way towards Florida's west coast, putting dozens of counties under an emergency order. ABC's Christian Cordero is following the latest, including the recovery efforts from Hurricane Helene.
Residents on Florida's coast are filling up sandbags and preparing for the worst, with Hurricane Milton gaining strength in the Gulf of Mexico this morning, eyeing landfall this week. Governor Ron DeSantis put Florida's Gulf Coast on alert, with 51 counties now under an emergency order.
Know that you're not going to be able to be told with 100-degree certainty where this storm is going to go this far out in advance.
It's set to be the second round of storm surges, heavy rain, and devastating wind speeds in as many weeks. Recovery from Hurricane Helene in the southeast states still in its early stages.
How are you doing? We're making it.
The National Guard has completed at least 422 flight missions since the storm hit, delivering medical supplies, generators, and other necessities. North Carolina Senator Thom Tillis, a Republican, pushing back against misinformation claiming disaster funds have been spent on migrants.
Many of these observations are not even from people on the ground. I believe that we have to stay focused on rescue operations, recovery operations, clearing operations, and we don't need any of these distractions on the ground.
Crews are working around the clock to restore power and cell service as the death toll passes 227 people, with more than 170 still missing. Mackenzie Rink got good news. After 8 days with no contact, she and her mom could finally reunite.
For me, it was just relief and thankfulness that I have a mom and I have somebody, because there's so many people that are losing those that I know that they just wish they could hug again, and they never will be able to, and they may never know if they can.
President Biden has been briefed on Hurricane Milton and is tracking FEMA's efforts there. The president also announced the deployment of 500 more active duty troops to help with the recovery after Hurricane Helene. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Now, as recovery efforts are still in full effect following Hurricane Helene, the American Red Cross is looking for more volunteers. 1,300 Red Cross disaster responders are on the ground across 10 states devastated by Hurricane Helene in the southeast. So far, more than 30 volunteers from the Red Cross Rhode Island and Connecticut have been deployed. Now we're going to get a check on the latest of Hurricane Milton from our storm tracker meteorologist Ceci Del Carmen. And Ceci, I understand Milton may hit Florida even stronger than predicted. Is that right?
You know, right now it is forecast to hit as a Category 3. That is a major hurricane, but at this point, it doesn't really matter what number, what category that storm is. At the moment, Caitlin and friends, it's Category 2, sustained winds over the Gulf waters at 100 miles per hour, gusting up to 120. And I do want to show you the latest track. Notice as we head into the afternoon, still Category, and will be strengthening to get Category 3 already. And then as we head into the evening hours, we'll be seeing this monster strengthening to Category 4. By the time it does reach the Florida coastline, it will be weakening somewhat to Category 3. But also the concern is, once again, that storm surge promising to bring all of that water to the peninsula and weakening by the time it does push through the state into as a Category 1, and then weakening eventually to a low pressure system or a tropical storm now showing once it approaches the Bermuda Islands. Now we have more activity over the Atlantic waters. We have Hurricane Kirk, we have Hurricane Leslie. It is hurricane season, folks. Now locally, dry conditions for most, but we are seeing some scattered showers, and we'll be dealing with those scattered showers moving on through the area as the afternoon progresses. So keep an eye to the sky, and you may need to pop up open that umbrella at any moment. Notice we could be seeing those scattered showers pushing on through, but also we could be in store for a sunset this evening, and also dry conditions once the system makes its way through the entire region. By this evening at around 5 o'clock, we could be seeing another cell moving into the area, but also notice the clouds falling apart and allowing us to enjoy some sunshine. Here's what we are seeing at the moment. Those temperatures around the upper 50s, gray skies for this morning, and some sunshine as we head into the afternoon. The temp trend, we're normally should be in the upper 60s, and we'll be dipping down into the low 60s. Ooh, look at that. Thursday, a high of 60, 65 on Friday. Conditions are moderating considerably. And I do want to show you this because by Wednesday, these temperatures will be on the cool side. Wednesday night into Thursday morning, we could be seeing a little bit of frost out there Wednesday night, and then again a Thursday night into Friday morning. But notice all those icons, beautiful sunshine in place as we head into Tuesday through the weekend. Caitlin?
Love to see it, Ceci. Thank you. Looking forward to that sunset too. You have me excited. Now we're going to take a look at the roads right now. Our sky cam is over 146. It is just about 6:20 on this Monday morning as people are making their way out there. Not too much going on, just a lot of people out on the roads now, but there are no accidents reported, no backups. Traffic is flowing as normal. We're also going to get our drive times right now, southbound drive times. It's 95. Those curves to Providence Place, 29 minutes, okay there, as well as 146. 295 to 95, 7 minutes, okay there. Right now, investigators are still working to determine what led to an adult correctional institution's transport van crashing. 6 prisoners were sent to the hospital as a result of that crash. The crash was reported at New London Avenue in Cranston Sunday, just before the entrance to the intake service center at the ACI. Now, police tell ABC6 News that the prisoner transport van and another vehicle collided. Officials say all of the prisoners were taken to Rhode Island Hospital to be evaluated, and there was only minor damage to the police van. This morning, Senator Jack Reed will be holding a roundtable discussion with Rhode Island manufacturers to raise awareness for Manufacturing Month, celebrated every single October. Now, they'll discuss challenges manufacturers face and efforts on the federal level to boost workforce development initiatives and support for small and growing businesses. Those discussions will be held at the Cooley Group in Pawtucket starting at 9:30 this morning. Today in Providence, Mayor Brett Smiley is joining with Education Commissioner Angelica Infante Green and Providence Superintendent Dr. Javier Montanez to formally open the capital city's newest quote-unquote like new school. Pleasant View Elementary School opened last month as the 4th school to be remodeled as a like new school this year. The elementary school saw updates in its HVAC system, its security, and its communication systems. That formal ribbon cutting is set for 11 o'clock today. In Providence this afternoon, Rhode Island Kids Count will host a discussion on the mental health disparities in BIPOC and LGBTQ communities. The talk will also look at what causes those disparities and how those groups can be best supported. That 90-minute free talk starts at 3:30 at 40 Exchange Terrace. And more details are expected soon on just how big an impact the layoffs at CVS will have on Rhode Island workers. State Rep Stephen Casey, who represents the city of Woonsocket, the location of CVS corporate headquarters, says an official announcement is expected later this week. Now, Casey releasing a statement saying in part, quote, "We are committed to ensuring that affected workers have access to retraining programs, job placement services, and any available assistance throughout this challenging transition." Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance made a campaign stop in Gloucester, Massachusetts Saturday. Vance headlining a luncheon on the Five Stones farm property. Now, in order to attend the event, a payment of $5,000 to $100,000 was required for a ticket, and $15,000 was required for a photo with the candidate. Those funds would go to the Trump 47 committee, raising money for the campaign, a political action committee, and the Republican Party. That event attracted a large crowd of both supporters and protesters. And it's 6:23, still to come on Good Morning Providence. Police in our area are out with a warning about another scam, what you should watch out for if you get a call from an unknown number. And the Brockton community is in mourning this week after the loss of a young boy. We'll tell you how he's being remembered after the break.
Route 6 Auto Mall Kia in Swansea is having their biggest fall sale ever with 0% financing for 60 months and only $1 down. Lease a 2025 Kia Sorento S all-wheel drive for only $359 a month for 36 months at 10,000 miles a year. Route 6 Kia has a large selection of new Kias and always gives you a lifetime warranty at no charge. With good credit, a job, and $1 down, you can drive away in a new Kia today.
So I was dropping my son off at school, and bam, I got hit.
Nobody expects to be in a car wreck, much less out of work. Call me, Attorney Rob Levine. You're a heavy hitter.
Yeah, Rob's a heavy hitter, and he hit a home run for me.
Call 1-800-LAW-1222. The fall holiday weekend is just around the corner, and it's the perfect time to dare to compare. You've seen the action. You've felt the suspense. You've saved hundreds, even thousands of dollars on some of my best-selling living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, mattresses, home accents, and more. America loves it so much that Bob's is opening 2 new stores on October 11th, just in time for the holiday weekend. See how much you can save when you dare to compare in-store or at mybobs.com.
We are making an emergency landing.
Thursday.
What do you need from me?
You got a runway in your back pocket?
The pulse-pounding 911 3-part season premiere event concludes.
Shut down the 110. Get these people out of these cars. There's a plane coming.
I love you.
Tell me in person.
911, all new Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Hi. I see you on TV all the time.
You a ball player? Yeah. The whole team calls her the mini heavy hitter.
You want to be a lawyer?
I want to be a winning lawyer like you.
Let me shake your hand.
Call 1-800-LAW-1222.
It's not just time for football, it's time for the marching bands. And it's time for the ABC6 News Band of the Week. Mondays and Tuesdays, watch for the high-energy halftime performances and a behind-the-scenes look with the band director showcasing all the hard work that goes into prepping to shine on game day. It's the ABC6 Band of the Week, sponsored by Hart's Roofing and Construction.
Well, welcome back to Good Morning Providence. Coventry police are out with a warning about a scam call saying someone is posing as a member of the department. The caller tells victims they need to speak with them about a pressing legal matter. It also appears to be a fake number and has a voicemail similar to the department's. If you think you've been scammed, officials say to call your bank and the police. Right now, the Freetown Police Association is collecting donations for the Women's Center as part of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. They're looking for baby formula, diapers, wipes, and gift cards to the stores that are listed on your screen right now. You can drop off your donations at the police station, and gift cards can be left with the dispatcher on duty. The Brockton community is in mourning this week after the loss of a middle school student who died unexpectedly. 11-year-old George Levi Jaguna died after he collapsed at the Dana Barrows Basketball Club in Stoughton. He was a 6th grade student at North Middle School in Brockton. On Sunday, friends and family gathered for George's service. He's being remembered as an outstanding student athlete and a friend to many. The GoFundMe in his name is about $700 short of its $15,000 goal. All right, it's 6:27. It's still to come on Good Morning Providence. In honor of Manufacturing Month, Senator Jack Reed is joining Rhode Island manufacturers to lead a roundtable discussion today. We'll tell you what the talk at the table will look like straight ahead. And a string of fires reported over the weekend. We'll tell you how an off-duty officer jumped in to help residents escape. You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC6.
I started screening for colon cancer because of my late husband, Jay. I wish he could have seen our daughter Ellie get married on the best day of her life. But colon cancer took him from us, like it's taken so many others. That's why I've made it my mission to talk about getting screened and ask people to share their reasons why.
I screen for my growing family. Being with them means everything to me.
I screen for my girls. They're always surprising me.
I screen for my son. I'm his biggest fan.
If you're 45 or older and at average risk, it's time to screen. Today, there are more screening options than ever before, including Cologuard.
Cologuard is non-invasive and finds 92% of colon cancers, even in early stages. It's not for those at high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
Everyone has a reason to screen for colon cancer. If you're 45 or older, get started at missiontoscreen.com.
What does it mean to be a neighbor?
It means being here for one another.
Someone to talk to, a shoulder to lean on.
For 30 years, we've been ensuring that everyone in Rhode Island has access to high-quality, affordable health care.
Advocating for one another.
Treating each other with dignity and respect.
What does it mean to be a neighbor?
Making healthcare easy for you and your family for 30 years. Neighborhood Health Plan of Rhode Island.
Cozy nights, cannonballs, bubble baths, backup plans. For all the ways you use propane, Go with Petro. Our full range of propane services means reliable delivery with no hidden surcharge fees, expert installation and maintenance, and 24/7 live service and support. Go with your local propane pros. Go with Petro. Call today.
Get ready for an all-new season of Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
To be here with two legends.
Big names. You ain't seen nothing yet. Big laughs.
Oh, look at that.
And big wins for charity.
$1 million.
I'm going to take the elevator to victory.
Celebrity Wheel of Fortune season premiere Monday, October 14th on ABC and stream on Hulu.
This is Southern New England's trusted news source, Good Morning Providence.
Welcome back to Good Morning Providence. It's 6:30 on this Monday morning. I'm Caitlin Gelhaus. Cara Bailey has the morning off. We're going to kick things off with weather. Let's check in with ABC6 Storm Tracker meteorologist Ceci Del Carmen for what the rest of our day will bring. We heard about raindrops, potentially bring those umbrellas out there. But we might see a beautiful sunset, right, Ceci?
You know what? We need to be kicking away all of this rain during the rest of the work week, and that's what will happen. So today, let's deal with that for a little bit. And you're right, Caitlin, we're starting out the work week with those gray skies, and also we are going to be dealing with those chances of rain across the area. And what else? 58 is that temperature at the moment, and that wind out of the south-southeast. Now these temperatures in the mid-50s to the north, gray skies out there, and that blob of rain to the west. Here's what we can expect at 7 o'clock, upper 50s for the kiddos. And by 2 o'clock, yes, by mid to late morning, we'll be seeing that rain activity moving on through those temperatures in the low 60s. And the commute forecast, upper 50s this morning, low 60s by this evening. No weather related issues for the morning or the evening commute, but in between you could deal with these showers, as you can see, at around 10 o'clock, noon, and into the afternoon. Overnight conditions improve considerably. Those temperatures will fall as we keep track of what's going on in the tropics. We have that monster of a storm, Milton, promising to make landfall as category potentially 3 as of now. So we'll continue to watch that and the possibility for some frost in the 7-day forecast. Those details ahead. Caitlin?
All right, thank you, Ceci. What a shame those people just can't catch a break down there. We're definitely thinking about them through this hard time. Now let's take a look at the roads right now. We have our Skycam over there, the 610 connector. It is 6:32 on this Monday morning. You can see commuters are out there making their way to wherever they need to be, work or taking the kids to school, wherever you are going. It looks great at the 610 connector right now. Definitely more people though as we're making our way through the morning. And let's get a check on our drive times right now. We have 114 northbound White Church to 195, 9 minutes there, okay. 95, Route 4 to Thurbers Ave, okay there as well, 10 minutes. And Route 1, Kingstown Road to Route 4, the split, 7 minutes, okay there. And this morning in West Warwick, the intersection of Tioga Avenue and New London Turnpike, all the way to the intersection of Main Street and East Greenwich Avenue, will be milled and repaved. The work starts at 7 o'clock this morning and will end by 3 this afternoon. So keep that in mind with your commute this morning and afternoon. And before resuming again tomorrow morning, police will be there to help direct traffic around that construction area. And breaking overnight, Woonsocket first responders are investigating a scene at a house on Sunset Avenue. Our ABC6 news crews were on scene around 2 o'clock this morning, along with Woonsocket police. Fire damage could also be seen along parts of the home. We've reached out to the Woonsocket Fire Department to learn more. And when we do, we'll of course update you on all of our news platforms. We're learning more this morning about a house fire in Warren. Warren firefighters tell ABC6 an off-duty East Providence police officer and firefighter who live nearby sprung into action to save the residents that were trapped inside. The fire broke out around 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon on South Cutler Street. Officials say it was a kitchen fire located in the basement of the home, and the flames trapped the residents inside. Officer R. Feeney and Lieutenant Freitas got into the home's basement and helped everyone safely escape. They were also able to contain the kitchen fire with the sink faucet. The cause of the fire does remain under investigation. In New Bedford, fire officials now believe the cause of a weekend fire was accidental. The fire left one resident hospitalized and without a home. That fire broke out around 10 o'clock Sunday morning at a home on Ludlow Street. Firefighters say the home's garage was engulfed in flames, but the one man who lived there was able to make it out safely. He was taken to St. Luke's and he's expected to be okay. A boy is recovering this morning after he was stabbed in Cranston. Police tell ABC6 that incident broke out around 7 o'clock Saturday night on Pleasant Street. When officers arrived, they say they found the boy with a stab wound to his torso. He was taken to Hasbro Children's Hospital and is expected to be okay. No arrests have been made at this time. Today, the man arrested in Pawtucket after he allegedly kidnapped his son from a daycare is expected in court. Nathan Dorosario faces multiple charges after allegedly removing his 18-month-old son from a daycare in Canton before crossing state lines. Now, the child and the child's mother have a restraining order against Dorosario. It's not clear how the father was able to get the boy from the daycare. Pawtucket police adding that Dorosario is being held on a fugitive from justice charge. He'll appear in 6th District Court later today. Dorosario is expected to be extradited to Massachusetts to face kidnapping charges. Today, the man accused of murder in New Bedford is expected in court. It happened last week after a 51-year-old man was stabbed and killed Thursday night on Acushnet Avenue. He was pronounced dead at St. Luke's Hospital. 32-year-old Angel Avellino from Lynn, Massachusetts, is now charged with murder. He's expected to be arraigned this morning at New Bedford District Court. And today marks exactly 1 year since the brutal Hamas terror attack that shocked the world. Dozens of Israeli hostages remain in captivity. Tens of thousands of Palestinians are dead. Gaza is in ruins and missiles are still raining down. ABC's Ines de la Coutura has more from Tel Aviv.
This morning, somber ceremonies in Israel marking 1 year since Hamas launched a surprise cross-border attack, killing more than 1,200 people. Family and friends of victims gathered at the site of the Nova Music Festival, where more than 300 people were killed, holding a moment of silence at 6:59 this morning, the exact moment Hamas launched the attack.
Their pictures are all throughout this field, and you can see right now it's also covered with their family members who have made a pilgrimage.
Hamas took about 250 people hostage. About 100 remain missing, a third of whom are believed to be dead.
I never believed it would take so long.
The family of Nama Levy, who turned 20 while in captivity, says it's been several months since they heard about her condition or whereabouts.
There were hostages that saw her and met her for a short period of time. It's unbelievable. They told us about her then. They told us about her being injured from a grenade.
The October 7th attack igniting the war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza, which rages on. Yesterday, Israeli tanks rumbled into northern Gaza for the third time since the war began, reportedly killing 45 people. Airstrikes hitting a mosque and a school in a designated safe zone. The Israeli military says it targeted Hamas command posts. Israel also intensifying airstrikes in southern Lebanon, targeting leaders of the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah. A senior U.S. official says Israel is now considering targeting Iranian military bases and oil infrastructure. But as Israelis look back on this October 7th, the trauma of that day is still raw. This man was the first resident of a kibbutz to return since the attack, his front door still covered by Hamas bullets. Another family we spoke to still waits for their loved one taken hostage to come home.
Every day I wake up and I say, Tal is alive, Tal is coming back. I will see him hugging his family. I imagine him hugging his children.
And people here are heartbroken. They are also on edge, waiting to see how Israel responds to Iran. And they are tired. We are now a year later, and the IDF is engaged with Hamas in Gaza, with Hezbollah in Lebanon, with Iran, of course, with the Houthis in Yemen. And there are real fears we could be on the brink of an all-out regional war. Ines de la Coutura, ABC News, Tel Aviv.
Community members here in the Ocean State are also set to commemorate October 7th. Good morning, Providence reporter Josh Kerman joins us now live from the Jewish Alliance with a look at their memorial. Josh, what can you tell us?
Caitlin, communities here in Rhode Island are looking back on a year of conflict and protests since the beginning of the Israel-Hamas war in Gaza. Now, the Jewish community here in Providence will be holding a memorial for 1 year since the October 7th attacks later tonight, as they give space for community members to mourn and remember those who have been lost. Now, the Jewish Alliance of Greater Rhode Island will hold its memorial event at 7 p.m. tonight at the Dwyer's Jewish Community Center here on Elm Grove Avenue. This comes just days after another protest held at the Rhode Island State House in support of Palestine and Lebanon, as organizations report nearly 43,000 deaths in Palestine since the conflict began. Hundreds of people gathering this weekend for the protest.
This is not just something that ends today or tomorrow, but that it would be a lifelong commitment to actually be a part of a liberation struggle, not just for Palestine, but for oppressed people everywhere.
A year later, as Jews all over the world, we still can't believe what happened on October 7th. Nobody is listening to them.
Again, the Jewish Alliance of Rhode Island will hold its memorial event at 7 p.m. here at the Dwyer's Jewish Community Center. That will take place inside of this building later this evening and will be open to the public. In Providence, Josh Kerman, ABC 6 News.
Thank you, Josh. There will be a candlelit rosary at the St. Dominic Chapel at Providence College to mark a year since the October 7th attacks. In a release, Providence College says the rosary acts as an alternative to protesting. The college also notes that October 7th, the church usually celebrates the feast day of Our Lady of the Rosary and instead will unite to pray for the hostages and victims of October 7th. That rosary starts at 8 p.m. This morning, Senator Jack Reed will be holding a roundtable discussion with Rhode Island manufacturers to raise awareness for Manufacturing Month, celebrated every October. They'll discuss challenges manufacturers face and efforts on the federal level to boost workforce development initiatives and support for small and growing businesses. Those discussions will be held at the Cooley Group in Pawtucket starting at 9:30 this morning. Today, the last evacuation drill for Providence city buildings will be held. Providence officials have been running these evacuation drills over the last few Mondays to help employees familiarize themselves with safety procedures. Now, the Department of Public Works will be evacuated between noon and 1 o'clock today. The building will be closed to the public at that time, and the Providence Fire Department will be on hand for that drill. The Healy Driscoll administration will be visiting Crayon Campus Incorporated in New Bedford to announce the state's awarded new contracts with early education and care programs across Massachusetts. This event will highlight how these efforts will better serve the child care needs of children and their families, working with the Department of Children and Families. That event will begin at 4 o'clock. And still to come on Good Morning Providence. We're under 24 hours away from Amazon's Prime Big Deals Day. We'll tell you what brands are expected to have big sales straight ahead. And contract negotiations are set to continue for Boeing today, but under one condition. We'll explain when we come back. And it's time for our question of the day. Never Say Never Again debuted on this day in 1983. Who's your favorite James Bond? Is it Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan, or Daniel Craig? We'd love to hear from you. You can scan that QR code on your screen right now or head to abc6.com/spotlight to cast your vote. Ceci, I think you said you wanted all of them, right? They're all your favorite.
We need another option, another option down there. All of the above. Who's yours?
I don't know. I wasn't born yet.
You can watch them now.
Of course, of course.
We'll sit down and watch all of them. So we're talking rain for today, but check out the next few days. Oh, that looks beautiful, huh? Rain chances down to 0. Well, we'll see about that. I'll be timing that out for you. And I'll look at the tropics. What's going on? The timing on the latest track on the latest hurricane. That ahead. Caitlin?
All right, we're looking forward to that, Ceci. You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC 6. We'll be right back.
Watch ABC 6 News first at 4 immediately after Hot Bench.
How do you print money legally? Just own an insurance company. They get a payment every month. But if you get injured, they argue about paying you. At Rob Levine & Associates, we use the power of law to get you more than the insurance company wants to pay. Call the heavy hitter.
Call 1-800-LAW-1222. At M. Bob Bozer & Sons Roofing, we specialize in commercial roofing projects. With over 40 years of experience, we combine the use of traditional and state-of-the-art roofing systems, giving you the most reliable roof that will last for years to come. We are a family-owned company serving all of southern New England, offering roof inspections, replacements, and preventative maintenance. M. Bob Bozer & Sons Roofing is dedicated to providing you with exceptional commercial and residential roofing services from start to finish. Call 401-723-5100 or check us out online. Hi, I need new tires. Perfect timing. Right now, during our tire savings event, when you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th for only $1. Wow, that's a great deal. Right? Can you imagine finding a tire for less?
Sorry, honey. Mama needs a tire.
No, definitely not. No. Let's get you those tires. Okay.
Right now, during our tire savings event, buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
To Janie. You've been stealing my fleece for years. It's about time you had one that's just for you. For all the adventures you take. After all, what are big sisters for? Now, give me my fleece back or I'm telling Mom and Dad. Love, Emma.
For what's happening right here in southern New England.
For your city, your stories, all in one place. Switch to ABC6.
Getting you to the heart of every headline. Helping you plan ahead with the most accurate and dependable local forecast.
Switch to ABC6.
Behind the back. No look. Let me show you how it's done.
Now I know why they call you the heavy hitter.
Injured in a car wreck? Call me, Attorney Rob Levine.
Call 1-800-LAW-1222. ABC6 weather brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
Welcome back to Good Morning Providence. The Department of Transportation announced it is sending $100 million in emergency funds to repair roads and bridges destroyed in North Carolina following Hurricane Helene. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg calling the emergency aid an initial round of funding. He said the goal is to get roads repaired and reopened quickly. The government is using money from the Federal Highway Administration's Emergency Relief Program to pay for the repairs. As relief efforts do continue, Hurricane Milton is strengthening as it approaches Florida. And here with that, we're going to turn things to ABC6 Storm Tracker meteorologist Ceci Del Carmen. She can fill us in on what we can expect for those folks down there with Hurricane Milton. Ceci.
Yeah, you know what? Not very good news. Unfortunately, it is Category 2 already. And I'm going to be showing you the latest track in just a few seconds. Meanwhile, locally, we need to keep that umbrella handy. Cool fall feel, sunny days incoming, no worries, and a potential frost as well. So we're going to be dealing with all of that locally, but here it is. Here's the latest 5 o'clock bulletin. Sustained winds of 100 miles per hour located over the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Category 2, gusty winds surpassing 100 miles per hour, moving slowly east, and this is what we can expect as we head into the next few hours. It'll be strengthening to Category 3 and then strengthening to Category 4 as we head into the overnight hours and into tomorrow. So we're going to be seeing this system moving on through those Gulf waters as a Category 4. And as of Tuesday afternoon, and then by Wednesday afternoon and evening, making landfall over the Tampa Bay area, which was, oh my goodness, impacted gratefully from the past hurricane. It'll be weakening to Category 1 as we head into Thursday morning, and then weakening into a low pressure system as it heads into Bermuda. There are other tropical systems. Hurricane Kirk still standing strong as a Category 1, as well as Leslie. Gray skies out there, those showers pushing through the area, and as we head into the 8 o'clock hour, we'll be seeing some of that shower activity. Keep that umbrella handy. You'll definitely be needing it at one moment or another throughout today, but we could also be in store for a lovely evening sunset, and for you to take those pictures and load them up to our Now Local News app. Now, but take a look at that blob from the west incoming over westerly into Newport at around 6 o'clock, and then dry conditions, gray skies will be exiting the area, Let me see if I can get that 7-day forecast for you, because that's what we want to see. Yes, there it is. Looking lovely with mostly sunny skies as of Tuesday. Those temperatures falling. Potential for frost Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and then Thursday night into Friday morning again. But those temperatures moderate back into the mid-60s and low 70s by Saturday. Caitlin?
Looks like a beautiful week. Thank you, Ceci. Now, before you do head out the door this morning, it is 6:50. We're going to take a look at the roads right now. That's our Skycam 95 at Branch Ave. Like I said, 10 of 7 right now. Many more people out on the roads, as you can see all those headlights and brake lights. Traffic is flowing. Looks to be good there. We're also going to get a look at our drive times right now. Southbound drive times, 95, the curves to Providence Place, 29 minutes, okay there, as well as 146, 295 to 95, also okay there. Right now, hotel workers from 2 Hilton locations in Boston have walked off the job. Now, according to the union, 600 hotel workers are on strike at the Hilton Boston Logan and the Hilton Boston Park Plaza. That's after the union and the hotels say they're failed to reach an agreement Friday. Now, the union says striking employees will not go back to work until, quote, they win the wages they deserve. According to our ABC affiliate WCVB up in Boston, Hilton says they're still in the process of negotiating a new contract. Today, Boeing and the union, representing thousands of striking machinists, are expected to resume contract negotiations. Federal mediators will once again be involved as requested, trying to find an end to a strike that started last month. Reaching a deal with the International Association of Machinists to end the stoppage is a priority for Boeing as it wrestles with mounting debt, worsening cash burn, and the threat of losing its investment grade rating. And Amazon's Prime Big Deal Days are less than 24 hours away, with some of the lowest prices of the year, according to experts. The deals will only be in place Tuesday and Wednesday, but experts say this is the best time to expect deep discounts, especially on brands owned by Amazon. Now, some of those deals will last the full 2 days, while new and limited deals will be dropping throughout the event. Maybe start some early Christmas shopping, if you will. And speaking of which, Black Friday prices are here weeks before Black Friday itself. Target has already launched its Circle Week shopping event, claiming customers can save up to 40% off select items. Kohl's kicks off a sale of their own starting today, and tomorrow Walmart and Best Buy will launch a sale of series as well. All right, we'll be right back with a look for your news on the go. Plus, Ceci will be back with your on-the-go forecast. You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC6 News.
Download the Now Local News app today and upload your pics and videos. You could see your very own story on the air and earn points towards rewards and gift cards.
Watch ABC6 News first at 4 immediately after Hot Bench.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Isn't that our cleaning lady? Not today. You know how when you're living your life, and then all of a sudden you're out there helping cops solve crimes?
We're really doing this, huh?
We're doing it.
1, 2, 3.
Here we go. Attention teachers. Watch out for this one. Let's tell the freaking world. Okay. This is good. Abbott Elementary. Moving to a new top. What? Moving to a new top. Abbott Elementary. Moving to a new top. Moving to a new top. That's fire. What? Abbott Elementary. Moving to a new top.
What does it mean to be a neighbor?
It means being here for one another.
Someone to talk to. A shoulder to lean on.
For 30 years, we've been ensuring that everyone in Rhode Island has access to high-quality, affordable health care.
Advocating for one another.
Treating each other with dignity and respect.
What does it mean to be a neighbor?
Making health care easy for you and your family for 30 years. Neighborhood Health Plan of Rhode Island.
Are you being nickeled and dimed? Get free checking from Bay Coast Bank. No monthly service fees, no minimum balance requirement, no transaction fees. Plus, get a free starter pack of checks, all from Bay Coast Bank. Scan the code to open your account today. Bay Coast Bank is your neighborhood bank. We've been helping our communities achieve their financial goals for generations. Rest easy knowing 100% of your deposits are fully insured. Learn more at baycoast.bank. Member FDIC, member DIF.
The pain level was over 10. There's days where I just sat and cried and asked the good Lord to take me. And my doctor recommended that I go to Good Feet and try the arch supports. And I took about 3-4 steps, turned around and went and sat back down and started to cry. It was the first time that I had no pain. I'm not an actor. I want people to know my testimony. I want them to know what arch supports can do from Good Feet.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
All right, it is time for your news on the go, all your headlines, weather, and traffic. To mark the solemn anniversary of the Hamas attacks, the Jewish Alliance of Greater Rhode Island will hold a remembrance for those killed and taken hostage. There will be praying at the event and speeches on the importance of renewing hope that hostages will be returned. Signs will not be allowed inside and bags will be subject to search. That event starts at 7 at the Dwares JCC. Today, the man arrested in Pawtucket after he allegedly kidnapped his son from a daycare is expected in court. Nathan Dorosario faces multiple charges after allegedly removing his 18-month-old son from a daycare in Canton before crossing state lines. The child and the child's mother have a restraining order against Dorosario. Dorosario is being held on a fugitive from justice charge. He'll appear in 6th District later today. And today in Providence, Mayor Brett Smiley is joining with Education Commissioner Angelica Infante Green and Providence Superintendent Dr. Javier Montanez to formally open the capital city's newest quote-unquote like-new school. Pleasant View Elementary School opened last month as the 4th school to be remodeled as a like-new school this year. The elementary school saw updates in its HVAC system, its security, and its communication systems. The formal ribbon cutting is set for 11 o'clock this morning. And one last time, let's get a check-in with Ceci Del Carmen for one last look at the weather. Ceci, what can you tell us?
Caitlin, thank you. We're seeing those clouds streaming on by, and we're going to be seeing the chance for showers increase as the day progresses. So this is what we can expect. We're going to be definitely with that umbrella handy throughout the day, seeing some peaks of sunshine at the moment and those temperatures in the upper 50s. Now, these are the rain chances we're noticing at around mid to late morning. That's when it'll be growing, and the same scenario over New Bedford, but conditions will be improving as we head into the evening hours. Those temperatures climbing to the mid 60s, bringing us to seasonable temperatures across the area. And we're looking forward to abundant sunshine and much cooler temperatures as we head into tomorrow, Caitlin.
Great, Ceci. Thank you. We look forward to seeing you again at noon. And before all of you head out the door, let's take one last look at the roads right now. We're going to get a check on our heat map. As you can see, mainly green, a little bit of that yellow and orange, bit of red up there on 95 North. And that's probably as commuters are making their way out there. That's all for now. Good Morning America is coming up next. Be sure to join us for ABC6 News at noon. And for the latest news, traffic, and weather, anytime, abc6.com is always on. See you at noon.
Watch ABC6 News first at 4th immediately after Hot Bench.
For what's happening right here in Providence right now in southern New England.
For your city, your stories, all in one place. Switch to ABC6.
Getting you to the heart of every headline. Helping you plan ahead with the most accurate and dependable local forecast.
Join the growing number switching to southern New England's most trusted news source. Switch to ABC6.
You need someone honest. Someone who will work for you. Someone you can trust to be there and answer the phone. You can count on Ace. We answer the phone. Full service flooring, free estimates, fast turnarounds, all at the highest quality. We want you to love your floors. When it's time to make the choice, count on Ace. We answer the phone.
My name is Troy from Ace Wood Flooring, and I approve this message.
Bye, loves.
Sometimes it takes a different approach to see the possibilities all around you.
How are the girls?
They're amazing, Dad. As a Capella University nurse practitioner student, you'll learn the advanced skills you need to face the nursing challenges of today and tomorrow. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University.
Stay tuned for Good Morning America, starting in 60 seconds, with the nation's top headlines and news from around the world, live from Times Square in New York.
At Melissa's Pet Depot, we're more than just a pet store. We're a family with locations in North Dartmouth and Fairhaven. Our stores are packed with premium, all-natural pet foods, toys, and treats for every furry, feathered, or scaly friend in your life. Join our free rewards membership for exclusive offers and discounts every day. Tails are always wagging, and pets are always bragging about their favorite pet store, Melissa's Pet Depot.
Fellas fiddling on roofs, barbers eating people, hip-hopping presidents, cats. Every generation has a great musical that makes you ask, what the hell? But I bet you never seen a musical about corn. Come on down to the first great What the Shuck musical of our time.